Hello, friends. Michael Zuber from One Rental at a Time. And I got a question yesterday that I wanted to answer here in this quick video, and that is, what makes your course different? Well, I think there's a lot of things, but the first thing I want to say I think is the most important. I think the ability to find and create deals or opportunities is a skill. And because it is a skill, it is something that can be learned. Let me say that again. I believe everyone out there, if they spent the time, could learn their market and understand what a bad, average, good, and great deals are. Now, this does take work, as I outlined in the course, right in step one, right? Step one through step three is about learning your market, selecting a target, and spending some time. Because at the end of that, you're going to have a skill. And this skill is important for a couple of different reasons. First, once you've learned it, it's portable. Real estate investing is something you can do for the next 5, 6, 7 decades, assuming you live that long. But that gives you the ability also to change markets. One of the things that I get from my students is, which market should I select to learn? And I tell them it doesn't matter. Just pick one, learn it for 90 days, because once you have that skill, once you know how to do it, that's transferable. You could take it from one zip code to another, from one city to another, from one state to another state. And again, I say this as someone who did it. I chose a market 2.5 hours away. I had never been there except for one drive on my 13th birthday heading up to Yosemite. I knew no one. I had no special access. I used just generally available websites like realtor.com or today Redfin, maybe some Zillow as I spent my time. But what I did in that first year was learn a market. I understood one particular area, and I could quickly figure out where all the average deals are. And then basically that allowed me to figure out what was a bad deal, what's average, what's good and great. Here's another thing. The real estate market is hot right now. This is the perfect time to be learning. If you've read our story, read our book, you know that we invested throughout the rise from 03 to 08. And we did that knowing that we were always doing either good or great deals for the market. Our volume was pretty small, but we still found the way to get probably one a year on average. Then when the market rolled over, we were very aggressive because we had the DNA. We'd done it before. We knew what was going on. But again, the skill that you'll be learning in my course is something that will evolve because you're going to stay engaged. And when the market rolls over, what was a good deal maybe 2 years ago, now is a bad deal. This is what I'm talking about in my course. That's what makes it unique. I believe learning your market and understanding what a bad, average, good, and great deal are is a skill. And because it's a skill, I have faith that you could learn that in your market. And again, the first 3 sections of my course are all of that. In addition to that, there are some other things that make it unique if you're still watching this. One is I've created a private Facebook group, just my students. This allows me to communicate just with students. They ask questions, they give me ideas for videos, we interact, and now students are interacting with other students. It is fun to watch. And again, that will only be for students of my course, so it will grow at the speed my students grow. Right now, about half of my students are in there. The other half either haven't signed up yet, or maybe they don't use Facebook or whatnot. In addition, I want it to be very clear. I do charge for this course. Right now, the going rate is $199. I'm going to give you a coupon code right now. It's WEB, W-E-B 50. That gives you $50 off. I could charge a lot more for this course. It is not about the money for me. It is certainly about covering my costs because I've had to increase hosting fees and security fees and all of this that they hit me up for. So I'm certainly covering my costs. And then I get a lot less than you think for my time. I'm spending time in our private Facebook group. I'm answering questions. I'm creating new content. And generally, I'm having a blast. I'm having fun. And hopefully you can see that. So the last thing about what makes my course different is the reason I brought up the money thing is I don't make nearly anything in this. I fund my life because I do what I share with you. I built a real estate portfolio that allows me to live the way I want to. I can't live extravagantly. That's not who I am. But I have my bills covered. And then via my slumlord to pride of ownerships, I'm adding even more income. So believe me when I say I do this every day. I'm just a type A person. I want to give back. I want to feel like I'm contributing. And that's why I do this. So again, if you're still watching this, I believe you can learn your market. I give you the tools and the outline that we went through 15 years ago. It clearly worked for us. It is working for other students. And again, the exercise, the skill that you're building is to understand what a bad deal is, what an average deal, what a good and great deal are. In any market, you should be going after the good and great. But until you do the homework and learn your market, you just don't know. How do you know which 5 opportunities out of 100 are good or great? That's what I'm trying to do. I am trying to help you learn a skill. And I think that makes my course unique. And of course, with the $50 coupon, it's now only $149, which is going to be less than 1 month's cash flow when you do the buy and hold model. So I feel really good about it. I've kept it at a price point that I believe most people can afford. And if you can't, no hard feelings, totally okay. Keep watching me on my YouTube channel, also called One Rental at a Time. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. The subscriber count is growing, and we're having a lot of fun every day. All right, take care. Thank you very much.